Um, just wanted to get on here and say that I am very, very, very not surprised that the Steelers. Well, I am kind of surprised that the Steelers can't bring back quarterback um, Ben Roethlisberger with the cap space they do have. Um, as a Steelers fan, if you are a Steelers fan, I'm not. I'm a Colts fan. Jeff Saturday up there, Andrew Luck, and another person up there. But uh, $41 million. The decline of play I seen in Ben Roethlisberger throughout the season, and especially near the end of the season, the decline of play, um, the level of play from the offensive line, the level of play from multiple other players, the amount of disrespect several players, including Juju Smith-Schuster, got for dancing on other teams' logos was unsurreal. And the Steelers should be able to bring back Big Ben with $41 million in cap space. To me, his playing style has declined. He's not as good as he once was. But to Mike Tomlin and all those other great coaches over there in Heinz Field and in Pittsburgh, Big Ben might still be a good quarterback. Um, as far as it goes for the disrespect and the amount of heat that got put on Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't know how to put this without putting it in bad terms, making it seem like I'm hating or throwing shade at Juju Smith-Schuster. I say this with all due respect. Um, First and foremost, there was a old um, I don't know how to put it, but if you guys have a problem with Juju Smith-Schuster going out there and doing what he loves, and then also on top of it doing what he seems to think is fun, then why are you watching football? Seriously. The NFL obviously did not have a problem with it. Fans of the NFL didn't have a problem with it. And then once the Steelers started to lose games, they went from 11-0 to 11-3. Once the Steelers started to lose games, all of a sudden it was, oh, it's because of Juju Smith-Schuster. He was dancing on logos. That caused him to lose games. No, it's the team effort. The team effort is what causes the Steelers to lose games. Just like the Colts, just like the Seattle Seahawks. They started off, 7-1 this past season? And they lost 5 games. It's not because of any one certain person. T.Y. Hilton could go out here and dance on a logo. Does that mean we're going to lose the game? No. It just means we have to show more effort toward winning a game. That's all that means. Doesn't mean we're going to lose the game because of T.Y. Hilton. The Pittsburgh Steelers didn't even lose the game because of Juju Smith-Schuster going out there and dancing on logos. They lost the game ultimately because of poor team effort. Poor team effort is all it comes down to. Prime example, prime time in Heinz Field against the Buffalo Bills. That's a prime example of poor team effort. Poor team effort. Point blank period. Against the Bengals in prime time. Poor team effort. That's all that is. It's not because Juju Smith-Schuster. It's not because of Ben Roethlisberger. It's not because of James Conner. James Conner had a fantastic season. I feel like Big Ben and Juju Smith-Schuster had fantastic seasons. Obviously, most people do blame it on Juju Smith-Schuster. Most people do go out and say, well, if Juju Smith-Schuster this and Juju Smith-Schuster that didn't do this and didn't do that, many was blamed on Juju Smith-Schuster because he danced on logos. So the question is, if one person can fuck up a game of football, then why isn't there an I in team? It's a team effort. Everybody has to put in a full day's work. And obviously not the full team was putting in the effort that the rest of the team was putting in. So what's that cause? That causes poor team effort. And what happens when you give poor team effort? It becomes a losing streak. And that's the 3 games straight that the Pittsburgh Steelers lost. Obviously they looked to be back on track week 16 against the Colts when they was down 24-0 at halftime, come back at a halftime, or 24-7, come back at halftime, ultimately come back to win the game. So don't ever say it's just one player that is messing the team's record up, because obviously it's not. There's no I in team. So if you really wanted to be technical, one player could mess a team up. Then why didn't the Colts go 6-10? Why didn't the Colts have a bad record? Why did the Colts make the playoffs? If one person can mess a team up, why did the Colts make the playoffs? That's a real question. Why, if one player on a football team can mess a team up, how come the Colts made the playoffs? Because judging upon my opinion and multiple other Colts opinions, Colts fans' opinions, Colts wasn't going to make the playoffs this year. No way in hell. But there's also the fact of improvement, team effort. Phillip Rivers, T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, Jonathan Taylor, all 4 of those guys improved throughout the season. Phillip Rivers mainly improved throughout the season. Jonathan Taylor, the fumbling issues he had early in the season, disappeared late in the season. So it's not just one person that messes a team up. It's the entire team. It's called poor team effort. So can the Steelers bring back Ben Roethlisberger on a cheap contract? Sure, maybe. Do they want to do that? No. Should they do that? Should they bring him back on a 1-year cheap contract? Sure. Because as of right now, Big Ben is 38 years old, and I see a major decline in his numbers. I did. You go back to 2018. Okay? Big Ben's numbers were almost better, if not better, than his numbers in 2020. Maybe that's because in 2017 or 2018, fans were actually allowed in the stands. There was, you actually had that home field advantage, so to speak of. But what makes the difference? Aaron Rodgers didn't have no fans in the stands. Green Bay didn't have any fans in the stands at all. So, if Aaron Rodgers can go out here and throw 48 touchdowns for over 4,000 yards and do all the crazy shit he done, then how come Big Ben can't? There was rumors going around that the Packers organization, was going to trade Aaron Rodgers to another team because everybody felt like because they drafted Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers was going to be gone. No, just because that's what happened with Aaron Rodgers. After 2 years, Aaron Rodgers was ready to go. And obviously, Aaron Rodgers' football, his game of football hasn't declined. But everybody, including Steelers fans, I have friends that are Steelers fans, and they even say they have seen a decline in the way Ben Roethlisberger in his quarterback play. So if Steelers fans themselves are saying they've seen a decline in his play, in Big Ben's play, then why risk it? 2019, he was injured. He was. Or, yeah, 2019, he was injured. Because Mason Rudolph was your quarterback. Yep. So, 2019, Big Ben was injured. Okay? 2020, he comes back. Offensive line struggled. Defense was hell of good the whole fucking season. Offensive line struggled. Wide receivers struggled. Big Ben struggled. James Conner, he was okay for most of the season. So it's not just one person messing the game up. If it's just one person messing the game up, then the Steelers center, don't know his name, but the Steelers center is going to fuck the playoff game up then, right? If it's just one person messing the game up, then the Steelers center messed the playoff game up, the wild card game against the Browns. He messed that game up, right? Right?